So excited. Rated 10 plus. Fantasy violence. Here we go. It's going to start. It really is going to start this time, I think. Keeping all our health bars full. Daily temperature and health checks. Sanitization. Face coverings except when on camera. Social distancing. No chickens were harmed. Game footage may include work in progress and early stage builds, which may change before final release. In other words, no guarantee you're going to get what you see. It's the start of the show. There's a block with a key head on it. We're going to get a key head block? That'll be a key block head? Sorry. I just had to throw that there. There's the axolotl. Yay, axolotl. There's the ducks that they call chickens. And the goats. Oh, that's probably Agnes and Jens.
Hello and welcome to Minecraft Live 2021.
Well, welcome to you too.
I'm your host and chief storyteller of Mojang Studios, Lydia Winters. We have an exciting show for you today, filled with all things Minecraft. You'll vote a new mob into the game.
I'm going to vote for the key block head.
How to design and play with your own Minecraft mob. Find out the next Minecraft update and much, much more. Seriously though, we have a packed show for you. The best part is that you get to hear everything directly from the cool humans making it.
From the cool humans. The cool humans. Not the not cool humans, just from the cool humans.
Our best kept secrets. Until we tell you all of them today. So let's do it.
Like the studio. It's a block studio.
Our social team will be tweeting throughout the show and want to know what you think.
Twitter.com/Minecraft.
And also there. Last year, we announced quite an anticipated update, the Caves and the Cliffs update. We've seen all the incredible things you've done with Caves and Cliffs Part 1 and can't wait to see what you do with Part 2. Agnes and Henrik are here to give us a peek into the surprising development process for Caves and Cliffs Part 2. Hi, Agnes.
Ooh, Caves and Cliffs Part 2.
Agnes, how are you feeling?
I'm super happy to be here.
I'm super happy to be here.
So excited. And Henrik, it's your first time on the Minecraft Live?
Henrik!
It's not your first time though, right?
It is not my first time.
What happened to
You
Jens?
Tell us about Caves and Cliffs Part 2, and the thing that I think is the most amazing is how involved and how
Cool humans like Jerry.
was to making it.
You could work there, Jerry. I mean, you're just a few miles away by, considering I'm in Utah. You're close.
Massive cave. It's been really hard to kind of balance that because we want to add all this new cool stuff, but when people are playing the game, we also want them to be able to encounter like the old familiar stuff. So this balancing act is really hard. So as designers and developers, when we test the stuff we built, how do we know if it's any good, right? How do we know if it's better? So we've needed a lot of help, and we've definitely gotten it. So we've been shipping snapshots, betas every week. And
I never play a snapshot.
and giving us feedback.
I should, but I never do.
It's been wonderful. It feels kind of like they're.
Oh, what's the stupid button to go full screen?
That's amazing. And you
Somebody tell me the button to go full screen.
Someone who took a lot of time giving
Yes.
notes.
Yeah. For example, on a player tweeted at me this wonderful big picture showing like across different snapshots in the same location what changed across different snapshots and offered some opinions on that and some feedback. And this kind of stuff takes a lot of time to do. It's research that the users are doing for us, and we get a lot of this stuff, and it just saves time, and that's time that we can use, of course, to make the game better.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, it truly is. And I mean, this is like the biggest update we ever done, and we couldn't have done it without a community.
Oh, that's incredible. And I know you were kind of nervous when you decided to split the update and like tell everyone about that.
Yes, I mean it's a
There we go.
decision, and we took it together as a team. But yes, when it was time to announce it, it was quite scary. But we thought the best thing is just to be transparent.
There we go, Jerry.
As we know, like Minecraft is cross
Yeah, it is.
community, and then
Yep,
it's gonna
F11, you were right.
be honest as we possibly can. And then when we did
That was a bit of useless
announce
trivia
it,
that I just seen.
everyone was
I'll
like,
forget it
so
again next time I need it. I'll have to look it up again or ask
yeah,
Jerry.
yes, we have the most beautiful community, so yeah, thank you.
We absolutely do.
And it was so nice as a team to be able to not rush it, since this change is so big, to be able to do it properly and take the time and really do it well. So we're we're super thankful.
That's really good that they're doing it well, which, you know,
That's
that's
awesome. And I mean,
we expected that
sometimes
when they
during
said they
the
had to split it.
development process, like things change and you decide you want things to be bigger and better, which kind of
Bigger
moves them to a
and
different
better.
timeline. And
There's
I know
always
we have
bigger and
one of
better.
those today.
Yeah, we do. So we have been working quite a lot on like the deep dark, the warden, and the
Deep
skull
dark.
sensor. And
The warden, the
I'm
skulk
excited about it,
sensor.
and we know everyone is.
That's going to bring a whole new level to Redstone.
We really want to do this right and do it with super high quality. But that's
Oh, glad you remembered that.
we moved it to the next update instead.
And we're going to talk about the next update at the end of the show,
Yes,
right?
so we're gonna show both some new things from the deep dark and some other new things. So that's exciting.
So we'll move the Deep Dark feature set into the next update, which will be after Caves and Cliffs Part 2. And we're going to look at that later in the
We're
show.
not getting
You're
Deep
gonna
Dark
get to see
until
some
next year
really
now.
cool stuff from
Pushback
Brandon.
number 2.
Now, Henrik and Agnes, you
But
two
it's for
are
quality.
working with an awesome team of developers, and this was like quite a technical
Put it
challenge.
in
So
theater
we
mode.
had an inside look at sort of
Okay.
a lot that went into Caves and Cliffs Part 2.
Yep, let's watch it.
The best part of my job, I think it's just creating a game. I want to make people happy. In the new update, I've been
Is that what you wanted, Jerry?
focusing on
I can't see their chat
mountains
going up, but that's okay.
and also putting everything together in
The
new
chat is just a
iteration
bunch of people
world.
saying what they want to
So
vote
that's
for.
the caves and the mountains and everything in between. When I started this project about a year ago, I knew almost nothing about world generation, and I learned so much. And it's really been a team effort, Java and Bedrock together.
In this update, my role is to bring to life the cave part, and together with our colleague who work on the mountains, we
The caves and the mountains.
cliffs and the caves update.
The caves and the cliffs
One of
update.
the inspirations for
The
the
caves and the cliffs
is,
update.
The Sondong's cave systems. in
Ooh,
Denmark,
look at that.
Because that was one of the largest cave systems.
That's
in
one of the
world.
inspirations for the Caves and Cliffs
And
update. For the
I'm so
Caves
proud of
and
it
Cliffs
because I
update. For the
came
Caves part of the
out
Caves and Cliffs
and
update.
We get to use these cave systems in my country and put it into the game. So I felt so proud whenever we think about the caves.
My job is to find what works slow in Minecraft and try to optimize it. The new update changes how the world looks a lot, and it also affects
He sounds
the
Russian.
physics quite a lot. The best part about my job is just finding something with
He's got no tools. Look at his toolbar.
benefit, and then just seeing how FPS improves or how frame time.
New
graph
old. Look at that
is
frame time
better after the
comparison.
change.
I would say the coolest part
Ah,
about
my
my
glasses.
job is all of the wonderful colleagues that I get to work with. They really inspire me, teach me, and motivate me to be a better versions of myself. every
Better
day.
versions of myself.
We put in a lot of time and effort into this update, and I hope that it will inspire and excite our community.
It feels like it's a whole new game.
What a great team you have!
The best team. And now when we've been working on Caves and Cliffs Part 2, it's been so beautiful to see how everyone collaborated, like all the different roles.
No.
Bedrock developers,
No.
Java developers, designers, artists, sound, and so on. So yeah, it's been so
Yeah,
good.
it feels like when you get a diverse group of people together in a room like that, even if it's a digital room, I guess, then
A digital
all
room.
focus on one thing,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It feels like there's no problem you can't solve.
Prometheus is a little upset because
That's amazing. And then you add our community.
the rest of the
their
family just
fun
left to go take care of some stuff they
tracking.
got to do.
They're just everywhere giving us notes and feedback and telling us what's working. So you add that to an amazing team, and it's
Yes.
really incredible.
We really want actually to highlight everyone that helps us with the public bug tracker we have. So many players report bugs, and then we also have the moderators and helpers, and they help us
The
so much,
modders and
like,
helpers?
categorizing, finding duplicates, asking for additional
Yeah,
resources.
it's not like they, not,
Extraordinarily helpful.
they and then
Really amazing.
Agnes just sounds like she's just
Now,
always
you
over the top
and
unhappy.
actually, the whole team has been just
yes.
kind of sharing images and seeds as you're finding things, and you put together some really awesome worlds for us to look at.
ED.
He'll settle down. He'll take a nap here shortly. He'll be on the couch behind me shortly. Ooh, look at this cave. This is what we're looking forward to. Some of what we're seeing we already kind of get, but not to the magnitude that they're showing these caves. There's a beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. A lot of variety in blocks there. That looks awesome. Our Dwarven Kingdom will really like this stuff. Nice. So nice. Look at all the water coming down to that.
Wow, they're beautiful.
Yeah, what's interesting about this is when you look at that video, like initially the plan was just big mountains and or natural looking cool mountains and caves, but as we started working on it, the scope kind of grew because we realized that we need to change all the terrain to make this all fit together. But once we started seeing that work, and it was so fun to see how the team started realizing that we're really onto something. This is going to be great. And seeing that inspiration spread, and then also
that's cool.
The
So the world will have a more integrated feel from what they're saying, instead of just here's old Minecraft and here's new mountains. It's going to be interesting to see how they implement that in worlds that already exist, because you can't regenerate the terrain that's already been generated for a world. It's going to be generating new terrains as you go along, but then they have to still integrate with the existing terrains.
I mean, so you make all these changes.
The studio is awesome. They should sell those blocks for people to put in their apartments and their homes.
And I just love the approach you took to keeping everything really safe for players.
It would be really funny if the sofa that Agnes and Henrik are sitting on was actually made to look like we make sofas like that in the world, where you put two beds end to end and you put things around them to make the back and the legs, the back and the sides, the arms. That's it, the back and the arms.
Two things mainly to make sure that everything works well, and the first thing is blending.
Blending, without blending, with blending.
To the left, we don't have blending. So then
Look at that cutoff of that cliff on the left side.
It would just be like an ugly edge. But now, with blending, it's actually all smooth and pretty.
That's beautiful. That makes a huge difference. And Henrik, I know the other part you want to show us with your own world.
Yeah. So what happens if you open your old world with a new version of Minecraft? And I took a look at what happens in my old world, which I've had for like 10 years, playing with friends and family. And let's take a look. So there it is,
17.
all the old stuff we built 10 years ago. But that's what happens when you open the world in 1.18. So it basically generates new caves beneath the old areas. And the idea is to create the illusion that
Oh, wow.
the whole time we just
So we will get new caves under existing terrain.
Look, Henrik.
It's just going to be deeper than what we can go to right now.
World, so many cool things.
I was squinting, okay?
Okay, good.
That's like the first thing I'm gonna do when I update is just like digging straight up. Well, not straight down actually.
That's awesome.
See what's under my base.
I'm going to see what's under my base. I've never seen under my base before.
Worlds that our players have it, so you're keeping them safe and adding a lot to it.
And that's also an important thing. We don't want to force players to have to pick between just the new or just the old. So we want them to be able to experience both things in the same world.
That part's been kind of normal. It's each update tries to build on the existing things so that the world you've been playing it for who knows how long has to go away.
Right.
Dig straight down, you'll find it. But be careful, you might fall into lava.
Yes, the plan is to release this on Java and Bedrock at the same time, and also to ship it
Releasing
with what we call seed parity, and that's
parallel in Java and Bedrock with seed parity.
Is name for the magic number that is used to determine how your whole world.
Magic number.
So every world is unique, and that's driven by the seed. And when you create a new world, it gets a randomly generated seed. But if you dig that seed up, if you really like what you see, you're like, wow, this world is wonderful. I want to share it with my friends. You can dig up that number and share it with others. And then if they open a new world with that seed, they'll see the same thing. But what's new for this update is that also works between Bedrock and Java.
Cool.
So if you create a world in Java and you think it's beautiful,
So
share it with others,
the fracture seed could be used by somebody on Bedrock after this comes out.
We'll see essentially
Nice.
almost exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it's almost identical. And it's a thing in the community, you find a super cool location and you share it, like, look at this world I found. And before, you could
Cool.
do that,
That
with
is
players
cool.
on the other edition, but now everyone can just share cool places together, and I think that's really nice.
It's really amazing. I mean, when you find these amazing, epic things in
I should be
games,
taking down some notes.
obviously want to be able to share them. So seed parity is huge. I think everyone's going to be so excited about
So we're not 100% there yet, but close. It's
Getting
very similar. Details will be different. But
Seed almost parody.
Seed almost parody.
Seed almost parody.
So I know everyone is anxiously, including myself, waiting for this update. When do we get it?
So it's actually almost done. So we're gonna release it in a month or two.
In a month or two.
Thank you so much, Agnes and Henrik.
Thank you.
Caves and Cliffs Part 2 will be coming to a screen near you in 1 to 2 months. And speaking of screens, soon there will be another place to play Minecraft. On November 2nd, Minecraft comes to Xbox Game Pass for PC.
Minecraft. It's a game all about togetherness and teamwork. Let's take a look at some of Minecraft's most terrific teams. Zombies and the Drowned. Maybe not the best example. Let's try another. Cobblestone and Mossy Cobblestone. A
Bobbly cobbles.
relationship that's truly rock solid. Oh dear. How
Uh-oh.
about Steve and Creeper?
Steve and Creeper.
Okay, maybe not Steve and Creeper. Not them. Not them either. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. You realize this is going up live, right? If you don't find a great example of Minecraft togetherness soon, what's that, Goat? You've got the best example of togetherness yet.
Uh-oh.
This better be
Who's gonna go flying?
Minecraft Bedrock Edition and Minecraft Java Edition. Finally, coming together for... No, that's not... Absolutely not. That's the
Snapchat when?
Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Minecraft
I'm
Java
not sure
Edition.
what you're referring to on Snapchat. They didn't say anything about Snapchat that I heard.
We debated which edition to add to the
But if you're asking when this is going to be released, they said 1 to 2 months.
Game Pass for PC will be the only way to get Bedrock and Java in one place. Convenient. Perhaps a little too convenient. In any case,
A little too
starting in
convenient.
November, you can play the original Blockbuster, its crossplay supporting cousin, and a cartload of other games with Game Pass for PC. Excellent point, Goat. Game Pass does have PC games. And personally, I can't wait to play those PC games with my...
I don't think the villagers are that interested in it.
Ah, the sweet smell of togetherness.
Coming to Game Pass for PC. Oh, you want me to make a Snapchat account?
Hello, Minecrafters of the world. I'm Vubui, and I'm back yet again to help guide you through this year's incredibly important and potentially
Vubui.
life-altering vote. Remember the Phantom? For an amazing mob that will be added to Minecraft. For those of you who haven't been a part of Minecraft Live before, here's how it goes.
TV
Our
likes Minecraft
developers
update.
came up with 3 different mobs that they think could potentially be a great addition to
3 different
Minecraft
mobs.
for a variety of
3
reasons.
different
But you,
mobs.
the community of Minecraft players around the world, get to decide which one gets further developed and brought into the game in a future update, and which ones will live.
Okay,
on
get your
only
Twitter
in our
account, get your
hearts.
device ready, get your Twitter account ready. They're going to tell us how to tweet our vote.
I'll never forget
Tweet
you.
our vote. Oh, that's the Moo Bloom.
Moving on. The actual winner of last year's intense mob vote was none other than the Glow Squid.
Glow Squid.
If you haven't run into these majestic
It's
creatures
so okay,
swimming
useful.
around under the stars on a clear night, you are
It's
really
okay,
missing
useful.
out. But that was last year, and this is now. So here's what you need to do. We have 3 mobs for you to choose from. There will be
3.
2 rounds of voting.
3.
The first round,
3
of course,
mobs.
will include all 3 mobs, but 1 will get voted out. In the second round, there will only be the 2 remaining mobs, then just 1 winner in the end. As in previous years, the vote will happen on Twitter. So if you don't already have an account, you'll need to quickly
What a
make
Moo
one.
Bloom.
And
Moo
if you do
Bloom.
have an account, make sure you're logged in. Then when I tell you it's time to vote, go to the Minecraft Twitter account and check out the live voting poll with all 3 mob options.
Twitter.
Pick the
Logged
one
in.
you want to see added to Minecraft and click to cast your vote. That's it. It's like super easy. Well, the clicking part is easy. The choosing part, considerably more difficult. Now that you know what to do, let's go over your options. And who better to talk about our 3 potential new mobs than someone who is tiny in size but never in heart, the one, the only, Tiny Jens.
Tiny Ends.
Hey, Tiny Jens. So, can you help by telling our... Oh,
What? I can't hear you.
This is the
Hold
Copper
on.
Golem
I'll come up with
introduction.
okay. We'll just wait.
Oh, hey. Oi, oi, oi.
Watch it there. Can you hear me now?
What? I still can't hear you. Hold on. So impatient.
Ooh. A little testy.
Phew.
Oh, Tiny Jens, you made it. Can you tell our viewers all about this year's mobs?
I'm actually very busy. I lost Tiny Agnes again. I had retraced my steps, and now I have to go all the way back down.
Lost Tiny Agnes.
sorry
Poor
about
Tiny
that.
Agnes.
But don't worry, don't worry. I know someone who can fill in for me.
Great. Thanks.
Yes,
Okay.
Jerry,
Bye,
this
Tiny
is
Jens.
live.
Jens, you're here.
Hi, Boo.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I
Thank
guess
you.
Tiny Jens sent you while he looks for Tiny Agnes once again.
Exactly.
He
It's
just can't
a
keep up.
tough job.
It really is.
Yes.
Well, since you're here, can you please tell everyone all about this year's mobs?
Absolutely. So, as you already mentioned, the team came up with three lovely
Three
creatures. that
lovely
we believe
creatures.
that players will enjoy interacting with, and they are the Glare, the Lay, and the Copper Golem.
Those all sound really cool.
Absolutely. And to begin with, we have the Glare, which is it's a creature that
Bye-bye,
moves
Glare.
around and doesn't really like dark areas.
Doesn't
It
really like
knows
dark
that in
areas.
Dark areas there might be monster spawn.
Yes.
So naturally, it goes to those areas and gets really grumpy about it.
They should make a new creature that's a Tiny Ends and a Tiny
that's to
Agnes.
bring that player's attention so that the problem can be fixed.
Okay.
And we are thinking about ideas that in certain circumstances the Glare may even help you light up these areas to solve your monster spawn.
Might light
Hey,
up.
Glare
And
sounds amazing. I'm ready to vote.
we have
Glare
a
now.
bunch of glares installed. Put them in cages, install them in locations, and keep them there.
Lovely creature that loves music and
Who doesn't?
nice sounds. And if you give it an item, it will start looking for similar items lying around and bring them to you.
Okay.
And if you
So
also
not mining,
play a
not building,
knock-off,
just
it
picking
will
up
drop the items
iron.
on that location instead.
That's useful.
Yes, and we imagine that players can maybe use this
Tell
to
you
make
tell you
the
Minecraft
play happy
facts.
with, I don't
Yes.
know, sorting
And to be
items
cute.
or
That's the important part.
clearing up areas. I think there are many possibilities.
Okay, so vote a lay. I get it.
Yes, but then we have the Copper Golem. And as the name implies, it's a golem made out of copper, so it's an excellent use for copper. And
Excellent
will
use for
also,
copper.
like, interact with you, and since it's made out of
It
copper,
would also take on
over
a
time
patina.
oxidize and,
Yep, that's what he's saying.
maybe
It'll oxidize.
turn into a statue. But don't worry, you can de-oxidize it using an axe, or
Okay.
it actually carries around a lightning rod on its head, so it will
Put it in a lightning storm, it'll deoxidize.
wow. In addition, it loves pressing buttons a little bit randomly.
A little bit randomly.
Specifically copper buttons.
But it randomly presses.
Yes, so that can also be used in some interesting contraptions, we believe.
That's amazing. So Copper Golem, Allay, Glare, all sound good. How do people choose? I think it's going to be quite difficult. But you've given them a lot to think about. So I think people will figure out.
Are we
what they
coming up
like
on a
the
vote?
most. Well, thank you so much, Jens, for coming by. I have now a creator question for you.
Creator question.
Hola, soy el 997 de México y tengo unas preguntas para ustedes. Primera pregunta. ¿Cómo
How do you
deciden
decide
qué
which
monstruo
mobs to put a
capturar
vote
cada
to
año?
each year? To put
Segunda
a vote each year?
pregunta. ¿Cómo se le
How
ocurre
does
al
a team
equipo
come up with
cada
each new
nuevo
mob?
Última pregunta.
Mob.
¿Se basan en los comentarios de la comunidad de fans o es inspiración del equipo?
Okay, those three questions I think everyone who wants to know the answer of.
Yeah, well, ideas and inspiration can come from many places. Sometimes it just spontaneously appears.
Spontaneously
when you're walking around in the
appears.
park, or often like
Yeah,
the
walking around a
updates,
park,
watching
a
movies,
glare
or
appears in a tree above you.
Minecraft.
Oh, I'm inspired.
And the community is also a great help. They have so many ideas and they do so many fun things. So
There are so many
we have
suggestions floating around the internet for
lot of ideas
Minecraft.
to work with,
Bazillions of them.
to figure out like which ones do we want to do next. And a good way of doing that is actually playing in the game and see which areas that can be improved. I lost my train of thought.
I lost my train of thought. Give a train to an LA and see if you can find your train of thought lying around.
That mob is going to move forward towards being in Minecraft. Like, how finished already is that mob, or is there a lot of work to do?
Well, of course we have the big concept that we wanted to do, but once we have the mob in the game and see how it interacts with the areas and other mobs and items, that's when you kind of find the last magic little details to make it really great.
I like hearing about the last magic details. Well, thanks, Jens. You've given everyone a lot to think about. All right, now you know what your options are. And if you already knew, you know a little more about them. Soon, I'll let you know when the first voting round goes live.
Oh, it's not
For
live
now,
yet.
Let's take a look at something pretty fantastic coming to Minecraft that you don't even have to vote on. Earlier this week, Lydia spoke with Fanny and Quinn from our awesome creator team over in Redmond to get a first look at some interesting things they've been working on.
Each year, we show you some of the cool new things made by our creators for Minecraft Marketplace. This year, we're going to do that
Minecraft
and show you
Marketplace.
how to start creating Minecraft things yourself. I finally made my first mob. It's very weird. Fanny and Quinn are here to tell us all about how we can all become creators. Hi, Fanny and Quinn.
Hello, Lydia.
This doesn't work in Java.
It's so great to be here. Like, just so exciting to talk about our creators, and what a better place to do it than surrounded by the art that they have created.
I know. I walked onto the set and I was like, oh my god, those are Jollycraft skins. Those are Cupcake Brianna. That's Cost Studios. It was so cool just seeing all of their skins and worlds and concepts all on the wall.
They are really amazing. I mean, the creativity from our creators, those names, that makes sense now. It's just mind-blowing. Before we get
Mind-blowing?
though, we should probably explain to everyone what is a creator.
That's what a creeper is. Mind-blowing.
So really anybody who makes anything in Minecraft. You know, whether you're doing skins, textures, worlds, terraforming, UI, and even for me, like people that are making mods and add-ons and that kind of more developer type, those are creators too.
Definitely. For me, the way that I always like to think about it is that a creator is anyone that makes something in Minecraft and then shares it with someone else. And that can be like little Mac sharing it with their friends at school, or that could be a team of creators that sell something in the marketplace. And then everything
I think we count as creators on the Fracture because we stream.
Empower all of them to make whatever their imagination is.
I want one of those mugs. That would be cool. I'll try to get them onto a store for you soon. You can buy them from me.
Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it's just such a cool thing to be able to work on that everybody can be a creator.
Yeah, the mug is TNT. The creeper head looks like it's a pencil holder thing.
Building things that creators use to build things on top of. Like, what is your favorite tool that you've made?
Oh God, that is such a hard question. We have so many, but I'm going to be a little bit selfish for a second and just pick one that I worked on recently. Like, as a manager, I rarely get the chance to actually write code, which I love doing. And this time we had a game jam, and I actually picked a creator community request, which is like implement a damage command that will help you like do cool effects with other mobs. And I just worked with a designer and we created this together, and I'm so excited to know that the team is actually now taking my code and is going to ship it for real. Very excited about that.
Yeah, that's just so cool that you're able to do something just in a game jam, and then it turns into something real that our creators can use. For me, my favorite is the structure animation. Last year we shipped a map called Suburbia by Jiggerbob that is basically this world that you can manage your city, create plots for commercial, residential, balance your economy. And every single time you place one of those plots,
A lot of what they're talking about doesn't really apply to the Fracture at all, because this is the
map that just makes it, I don't know, above and beyond.
Minecraft Creator, I think.
So cool. I mean, so many
It's an edition of Minecraft that doesn't play into the Fracture at all.
To just like expand what they're working on, and we have some awesome examples of that.
I would think at some point there'd be a way for them to bleed over some of that thing, some of that stuff, like introducing things from the creator universe into actual play universe. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Event command, grow up. Realms, that's what it is. Birthday party in Minecraft. That sounds cool. That was a big piñata. They're using a sword to break it. That wouldn't take too many times to hit it.
I love how many examples there were of creators just using those tools in all different ways. What's that like for you to see, Fanny, when your team, you've all been working on making those things for our creators?
It's definitely one of my favorite parts of like working with creators. You just give them one tool or two and they will make these crazy, amazing things. Like anytime I see their creation, I'm like, how do they even do that? Like I know they're using our tools, but I don't know how they do that.
I know they're using the tools I gave them, but I don't know how they use them to do that.
To do with just the small little things that we give them.
That's really, really cool. And we have a creator question for the two of you.
Hey everyone, I'm EY Stream, a Minecraft YouTuber, and I've got a question for you. Are these awesome features just for people who have experience in modding or creating content? And if we wanted to, how do people learn more about these
Creating
features?
content. I'm not sure what he's getting at.
It's such a great question because the answer is
I
no.
don't know what the
They're
answer is
not
getting
just
to.
for, advanced modders or people that have been in the community for a long time. We actually just launched a new website we call Learning Portal.
It's like a teacher.
Minecraft.net/creator. And on that site, it basically links out to all of our resources to how to learn how to become a creator, learn how Minecraft content creation works. It also links out to our brand new documentation site that allows you to just go super deep into learning the components and learning entities. And then the coolest thing that we added, which is how we made our mobs, is we use the Minecraft entity wizard, which is created by Yanis, and it's a block bench.
Why is everyone so hyped? Too much coffee.
Mob you can add your own Minecraft game.
Hello everyone, my name is Yanis. I'm a software developer and Minecraft content creator. In 2017 I started to create my own 3D modeling program called Blockbench. The program is all about creating boxy, pixely models, which makes it perfect for the Minecraft art style. Today Blockbench supports many Minecraft formats, ranging from Bedrock Edition add-ons to Java Edition resource packs and mods. The program is used by Minecraft creators all around the world to create models, animations and player skins. Almost all 3D models you see on the Minecraft marketplace were made in Blockbench, and it was even used to design some of the new vanilla mobs, such as the goat and the axolotl. This summer I've collaborated with Mojang to create a new plugin for Blockbench. The plugin makes it super easy to get started with add-on creation by generating everything you need for a custom entity in just a few clicks. I'm going to demonstrate the process by making a simple grizzly bear.
A simple
To install
grizzly
the
bear.
plugin, I'm heading to File, Plugins, Available, search for the Minecraft Entity Wizard and press Install. That brings up this handy shortcut on the start screen. Let's go! I'm going to pick a preset that looks similar to the grizzly, like this polar bear, and I'll use the same for the behavior. Okay, now the add-on is created on your computer. Now let's start customizing our model using Blockbench. For this example, because we already have a bear model, I'm just going to recolor the model. Of course, you could also change the whole model to turn it into something entirely different, like this butterfly that I made, and is based on the vanilla bat. Okay, this looks good. Now I'm going to press save and switch over to Minecraft. I can find our new grizzly bear pack in the behavior pack section and simply enable it. This will automatically enable the resource pack as well. Now let's check out the entity in-game. I just need to grab a spawn egg from the inventory and use it.
A spawn egg.
And here's our grizzly bear. Have fun creating. It's free and works on all platforms.
That grizzly bear is not going to attack you, I don't think, unless you... Butterflies would be cool. He just made a brown polar bear. He did, technically, yes.
That I made a mob, but actually all three of us made made mobs because we wanted to showcase that anyone can be a creator. So, Fanny, tell us about your
I almost think that
adorable
their
mob
use of the
video.
word creator is
Yeah,
narrowing the
I was so
concept of
excited to know
creator.
that Blockbench was a thing because I immediately thought I need to add my dogs to Minecraft.
It's almost
I
like
really,
you have to be
really
doing
love
this
them, and I
one
was
thing
just
in
so excited.
Minecraft
Like
to be a
Blockbench made it
Minecraft
very easy
creator.
for me to just obsess over every single detail, like every pixel.
I'm not
that
sure
I
that's an
the
intended
background of my
consequence,
dog, and then I also modified the
but then
geometry
we
to
call
make
everybody else that
nails
just plays in Minecraft.
to look
They're
like
players or
some
they're
trees
crafters.
that my dogs have. I really obsess a lot, and I was very happy.
But then when you
Especially when
create
I was
content
able to add
using
my own
Minecraft, you're also a
animation.
creator.
I'm definitely not an art person, and I just made it so that it like we
Oh,
look
sorry,
good
Jerry.
and
Thanks for
they're
being here.
fitting.
I will be
was really
posting this up on YouTube maybe later today if I get it done, and then you can watch the rest of it there if you like.
So me being
Thanks for being
kind of,
here. Take care, buddy.
born in the Pacific
Have a great
Northwest,
weekend.
Outdoorsy. I mean, I'm wearing flannel on the stage. I wanted to kind of pull something from that nature, so I made Evelyn Evergreen. She's this kind of cute little evergreen tree that you'd maybe see.
I kinda like
walking out
that.
The deep forest, kind of fantasy driven. Then I've animated the arms and the legs, just these little stick legs that kind of walk around, just to add something, kind of cute and cool to the forests.
Let's see
Her
it in
eyes
motion.
are really staring right into my soul. I love it. I would love to just happen upon Evelyn in the forest. So I went a totally different direction. with the
Evelyn
two
then
of you.
attacks
I
you.
know, Quinn, you built your mob from scratch. Fanny, you built yours on top of a wolf. I built mine on top of something. I did not animate. I just wanted to do the beginner's course of Blockbench. And so I made something very near and dear to my Florida heart with a twist, which is what I'm calling an axolotl, an axolotl, and
axolotl.
an alligator.
It's kind of like a little dragon.
It does look like a little dragon. It's a pretty good mashup there. I think it's great.
That's
Yeah,
kind of a
I
cool
thought
mashup. It
an
is.
alligator and axolotl would be super
Geez,
innovative
voting
when
for the
added
little tree
together, but
mob.
It does just look like a dragon, but I'm okay with that because I am a creator now based on your definition because
Exactly.
I made that and I showed it to all of you, which seeing something that you make in a game that you've played, for me for 11 years, it was amazing.
It is so rewarding, really, to be able to just do that. So we encourage you all to try it. Like if someone that like paint is the only skill that I have, like I know everyone can do it. So please go install Blockbench and try it out. Like we would be so incredibly like proud to just see everything that you have built. We would love to see it.
Yeah, it's available on all the platforms, and just post them on Twitter, post them on wherever you do, and we'll probably run across some of those, and we love seeing them.
Oh, I can't wait to see what everyone else creates. And I mean, I think that our mobs are definitely ready for the mob vote next year. So
I don't.
we don't even have
The
to worry
problem. The
about
problem.
anything
I don't.
else. Three or
They haven't
four
talked about how
I'm
this
gonna
is.
have
Okay,
to
it's available on
talk
all the
to
platforms,
team
but they
about that.
haven't talked about
So
server
we're not
integration. So like if I
professional
create
creators,
something, can it show up on
by our
the
mobs,
server
even
for
though
other
they're
people to
lovely.
interact with it? I
But
don't think
Quinn,
they've
you
talked
get
about
to
that.
work
I haven't
with
seen anything that
people
addresses that
who-
aspect
this
of
is
it.
their full-time job, making Minecraft content for Marketplace. What is that like?
It's something that I'm just immensely proud of. Like being able to see so many people engage in the marketplace and allow creators to become full-time Minecraft content creators as their careers. I mean, I think it's incredible too because the marketplace doesn't just support these huge studios, but we also have really small independent creators that make just texture packs, or like Charloquin Schematics. That's just a family on the West Coast that makes their own worlds. And the fact that the marketplace can support all of them and make it their full-time jobs is something that is just so cool.
There's so much new content that our creators have made that we put together a video with some of our favorites from this past year.
Well, that's kind of cool. Oh, nice.
It almost feels like a dream that I'm making a living making content for the marketplace. It is the best job that I could possibly ask for.
got to see some amazing reactions from the fans and people love the map, and that's just so heartwarming and lovely to see, and it really does put a smile on our faces.
Creeper bot, or not creeper bots, Strider bots.
Creating inside of Minecraft is the community that's been built up around it. There's so many amazing creative people, and it's been a privilege to be able to meet and work with so many of them.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Wow! We're kicking things off with the announcement of the... We're gonna tell you right now.
The update Aquatic.
The update
Pillage and
Aquatic.
Pillage.
Seriously, like, I'm so excited.
Bees! Bees! Let's look at some bees.
Bees.
We finally have a Nether update. Holiday update will have the cats, pandas, bamboo, and scaffolding.
Caves and cliffs update.
David Niesagen.
David Knee-socket.
I am the one that gets to decide how difficult the bosses are.
The results of the first vote are in.
The winner is Tiger!
Mountains.
It's the Glow Squid! This is your chance to have a say in what goes into Minecraft.
Some of that stuff's actually quite funny. Oh, hip hop. We couldn't have done any of this without you. Thank you for bringing Minecraft to life over and over again. Mob B. But maybe we underestimated how brave you all are. Phantom!
10 years ago, I stepped on the MineCon stage for the first time. I still get nervous and excited every single
dogs
time
like how
I'm on
there's
this
cats.
stage. But mostly, I feel incredibly honored to be in
Cats and
front of
dogs,
you.
dogs and cats.
I hope what you see and feel from
Yes, and
each of us
beatboxing,
at Mojang
beatboxing.
Studios is our passion for Minecraft and our gratitude to all of you in our amazing community. Okay, now before I get way too even more sappy than I was, let's head over to Vu and hear more about the adorable mobs that you must pick.
Okay, Vu, tell us how to vote. It's ready. It's voting time.
Here we go. It's almost time to vote.
Almost.
Before we do, though, let's take a quick look at your choices once more. We have the Glare, a mob that lets players know when they're in an area that's dark enough for monsters. You can bring it with you, and it will fly to dark areas. When it gets grumpy, you'll know that it's dark enough for monsters to spawn. Then there's the Allay. If you give it an item, it will collect matching ones for you. It also loves music, so if there's a note block nearby, that's where we'll drop these items for you. And
What if there's
finally,
not a note block nearby? What does it do with the stuff?
a little golem that you yourself can make out of copper. They oxidize over time and will eventually freeze into statues. They love spending their time
But you can
randomly
deoxidize
pressing
them
copper
and put them back to work.
which would also be added to the game if the copper golem wins the vote. So those are your choices, and they are all so amazing.
Amazing.
How will you choose? Jens gave us a lot to think about, and now you need to decide which mob you think you'd enjoy the most during your time playing Minecraft. Any of them would be useful, but choose your favorite and go vote for it now. Yes, that's right. The poll
Time
is
to
now
vote.
open. To cast your vote, make sure you're logged into your Twitter account. Go to the Minecraft Twitter account and find the freshly launched poll with all 3 choices. Don't forget
Glare,
to click
Allay, or
on the
Copper
mob
Golem.
you most want to play Minecraft with. You can do it right now. After the first round of votes, I'll check.
Okay, I voted for Copper Golem. He has 100% of the votes so far. I doubt that's accurate.
I'm the star of the Minecraft YouTube channel.
And I'm Marilla. I'm the actual star of the Minecraft YouTube channel.
We're here to tell you about all the excellent shows you can watch on our
One vote. When I voted, it said one vote.
Don't you mean subscribe
I don't
today?
believe it's actually one vote.
How do you spell Minecraft?
The Allay can't open chests, nor can it dupe items. If you give an item and it can't find the item you gave it, it comes back empty-handed. Vote Golem. We may not get this chance again. No, you won't. Well, of course not.
Do you think making a video game is the easiest thing in the world?
No. Literally no one thinks that.
True. No one thinks that.
I started watching this informative series that goes behind the blocks of every part of Minecraft Dungeons development.
Do they show the footage of you tearfully begging to be put in the game?
Maybe in Series 3.
Meet a Minecrafter interviews some of the most incredible members of the Minecraft community.
They asked me to appear on it, but I was too busy being young and cool and attractive and not lying.
Okay.
With so much happening in the world of Minecraft, it can be easy to lose track. I myself only recently learned that blocks have been added to the game.
Subscribe to our channel and you'll be the first
Claire
to
has
know
9%.
upcoming games and the exciting future of Minecraft.
Oh, look, there's the Moo Bloom.
Finally, this is our peerless show that tells you Minecraft.
Oh, the glare is up to 10%. I didn't vote for the glare.
Every month we...
We're out of time. Bye.
No, we're not. We still have a few seconds left.
Have a great Minecraft Live, everyone.
Whoa. That was supposed to be a fake Commodore 64. So right now it's Glare 9%, Allay 51%, Copper Golem 40%.
Now let's welcome Laura.
370,000 votes cast.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
So you have a pretty
Cow,
cool
yes.
job at MineCon Studios.
Yeah, I think I have the coolest job. It's sometimes difficult to believe, but I'm the lead designer of Minecraft Dungeons, and that means that I get to decide a lot of small things and
Small
details
things
and
like
bring a
how
lot of
powerful the
ideas to the
bosses
table,
are.
so
That's a small thing.
make the game a bit better.
That's a small thing.
You and the Dungeons team have been working so hard recently, and
Oh,
you've
yeah.
recently had a couple of really cool releases.
Yeah, it's been crazy. We recently released to Steam, and I did something that they never recommend you to do, but I did it anyway, and I read the reviews, and yeah.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, it was, but it was so positive. It was so full of excitement and love for the game, and yeah, we were so proud to see how much the community loves it. So yeah, we were very happy. And also this week we've released the Spookier Fall update, which brings back a lot of spooky modifiers to the game, gear, a new cape, a new pet, and there's my new favorite armor, which has a spoon staring in your head.
Almost 1 million votes cast so far.
I like it so much.
It's a lot of fun to stare at while you're
And the
playing.
glare is going to not be glaring at us pretty clearly.
So those just came out, but we
The Allay is at 51%, the Copper Golem's at 39%, and the poor old Glare is running a distant third at 10% right now. Rabbit! He is a ghost. He's playing Destiny 2 in Minecraft. Over 1 million votes cast. The Glare is up to 11%. Well, last year my first vote was for the Moo Bloom, and he lost in the first round. At least this time, I'm going to survive the first round with my vote. So not a narrow range of votes at all. It's very, 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 very strong. My watch tells me it's time to stand. I don't think. Well, I will be right back. I've got to go put the dog's hat on him. Don't go away. I'll be right back.
That video is so exciting.
Yeah, I love that trailer so much. It has so many details.
So there's a lot going on in that video and a lot to talk about, but why don't we start with, now that DLC is done, what are seasonal adventures?
Right, yeah. Now that we are over with the story of the Orb of Dominance, we sat together with our friends at Double 11 and we started working on
1,079,000 votes.
A new way for the player to progress through the game and increase in ranks, gather points, and hopefully get cool rewards at the end.
That sounds
4
amazing.
minutes left.
So how long do they last?
Right. Seasonal adventures, although the name is seasonal, will be infinite technically.
Okay.
So, for instance, say we release.
So the seasonal means when it. The word seasonal refers to when it comes out, not how long it lasts.
Number 1, gather some rewards there. Go back to number 2, gather some rewards there. So it's a bit up to you what you decide to do with it.
That's amazing. So it just lasts forever. You get the new content and you still have the old content.
All the content.
And speaking of content, what are some of these new things that players can unlock?
Right, yeah, we added tons of new rewards that are completely new to the Minecraft universe. Some old, some new. We have tons of new pets. We have things like the duck and the fox, and I am so in love with all of them.
They've got a duck in Realms.
Which are new VFX that you can apply to your character. So whenever you drink a potion or you beat an enemy, you get to show off a little bit and get some shininess there. Also, we got in some emotes, which are this little dance.
Looks like voting has slowed down. Still at 1,079,000 votes exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And have some fun with your
The Glare has 11%. The LA has 51%. The Copper Golem has 38%.
Everyone loves capes.
They do.
And tons of new skins, just in case we were missing.
That's a lot of skins.
Yeah, that's a ton of skins. Yes.
Well, now we have a question from a Minecraft creator.
Right.
Hey, Strawberry17 here, and I have a question. Will there be free content included as a part of seasonal adventures?
The answer is yes. We always try to make sure there's content for everyone, regardless. So for seasonal adventures, there'll always be a free track and a track you can pay for. So there'll be different rewards in each, and you'll be able to get whichever you want at any time. So yeah, we wanted to cater everyone.
That's great. So how do you earn
Okay,
rewards?
there was 3 minutes left. Now there's 5 minutes left.
You'll be able to get adventure points all throughout the game, meaning that doing the regular stuff you do, you'll get them. Like, say you.
Now there's 1 minute left. 1,212,409 votes. The Glare has 11%. The LA has 51%. The Copper Golem has 38%. Ducks the next update. What will they do with the chickens though? Because the chickens look like ducks.
Yeah, but people do it so fast. I'm always so impressed. And also, the best way to get adventure
They'll have to give the chickens real beaks instead of bills.
Which we have not spoken about yet.
No.
So what is the tower?
Concept art.
The tower is another free single-player feature that we've added to camp. So you'll be able to see this gigantic tower in the camp. I love how it turned out.
Poll ending. Almost 1.25 million votes. The Glare is out of the running at 11%. The LA took 51%. The Copper Golem took 38%. Since the LA took over half of the votes initially, I'm pretty confident we're going to get the LA. Too bad. I wanted copper buttons really, really much.
From the bottom, and you'll be able to find new gear as you progress.
Okay.
So yeah, the floors get more difficult, your character gets stronger, and you can test your skill.
That sounds really fun. So let's take a look at some live gameplay of the tower right now. And for that, we have JP.
The tower.
Hi, JP.
Hello. How do you like my throne?
I think you stole that throne from the Arch Villager.
I think he stole it from me.
Ah.
Speaking of my stuff, let's go loot the tower.
He's playing on an Xbox.
So what are we seeing here, Laura?
Right, so we've prepared some special floors to showcase here. So this is an example of a very early floor in the tower. So if you see JP's tower avatar has very little amount of gear, and yeah, you'll be always have the context that you're high
An
up in the
axolotl
tower,
that's
right?
following him around
Yeah.
and not doing anything.
We also wanted to make sure that
Or a baby
the
pig.
tower was this whimsical,
A half
magical
Zomblin
space.
pig.
So yeah, we have a
I don't know
boat,
what that
we
is.
have a river, why not? So you'll be able to find a ton of magical spaces and new characters to meet.
Magical stasis.
So yeah, this
Yeah, at least
level
it's
is
not the
quite
glare.
easy, as you can see, since it's very early on.
Yeah, JP's doing really well.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and we can see a sneak peek up there in that balcony. That's our tower.
Final results.
Very cool. Yeah.
With 1,280,167 votes. The glare is out.
Wow, JP
The LA took 51%. The Gauntlet took 38%. So I'm pretty. I'm not happy the LA won. I expected the glare to be out of it on the first round, but the voting's not even close enough to make the second round much to go on. I think we're going to get the LA. I just hope we can learn to. It'll be useful to me. I don't think it's going to be very useful in the fracture, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
And then I bet I could have done it. So
We'll have to set up like a note block in the middle of a water collection system, have a bunch of LAs out collecting blocks that we're just breaking and breaking and breaking. They're collecting them, taking them back, dropping them with a note block. The water collecting system feeds it into a system to load into shulkers for mass transit to wherever we're going to be building.
You ready, JP? Let's do it.
We'll find a way to use
So
it.
here we've prepared
I think.
sample of what a
I hope.
higher floor
I hope. I
looks
think.
like. So we try to add new exciting combinations of mobs that we've never had before. So JP is right now fighting jungle mobs, but there'll be ice mob together with them, and there'll be some new mobs. Here you can see some tower wraiths that spawn fire in different new combinations. We also will have tower guards.
Oh, there's a
which are
ghast.
Extremely bulky guards. We even have a ghast in the mix, and JP is getting sniped by it. So we're getting yeah, that's a tower guard right there. So yeah, we're getting tons of new combinations.
Here come the
and
guards.
New ways to experience the game and defeat mobs and find strategies. And
Gas looks really difficult.
yes, yes, it is.
JP's not doing so good right now.
No.
Let's see. Oh,
You
JP,
failed.
Valiant attempt.
Yes.
Really, really good.
That was so good.
So, you've talked about so many new things, but
Yeah.
when will people get to see them?
Right. We'll get to see them. Hopefully, everyone will get to play in December. So
Hopefully,
very, very soon.
in
That is
December.
Very soon. Thank you. so
December is
much, Laura,
very
for
soon.
coming by.
We're in the middle of October, so a couple of months.
Let's take one last look at some gameplay from the tower.
Would you play I'm not interested in Minecraft Dungeons too much, and we've got so much to do in the fracture. There's just like, how do I find time to do some of that?
Have made us something to enjoy.
Yeah, that part's
and
kind of
perhaps
tough.
Even sing along to, all while taking
A
us
sing-along?
through everything you can do right now from Caves and Cliffs Part 1. Try not to get this one stuck in your head all week. I only say this because it's been stuck in mine.
Hey, you two! Have you discovered all the features in Part 1 of the Caves and Cliffs update?
I don't know. Have we? Yeah, we do candles. We've got amethysts. I don't know if I've seen the goats. We have not come across drip leaf. We look for it but don't find it. Because the only way to get it is from a trader. We got lightning rods. Using copper. Axolotls, yes. Yeah, glow squids. We've seen glow squids. Beware of angry goat. I was not aware we had dripstone. I thought it was coming in the second part. I will have to go look for dripstone. See if we can make it, put it to use.
Well, it's been quite the turnout for our first round of mob voting. You have made your decision, and now one mob must go.
Bye-bye, Glare.
The Allay and the Copper Golem. But you, the community, have spoken, and now one mob must leave the race. And that mob is the Glare.
Bye-bye,
So
Glare.
that still leaves two amazing mobs to choose from. Which one do you want? Will it be the Allay or the Copper Golem? How do you see yourself playing and interacting with them in the future? Which one will make your
I think
game
the Allay
easier or more fun?
looks easier to utilize. I mean, easier. I think more people can see a use for the Allay than for the Copper Golem. Copper Golem actually requires some advanced, from what I can see of it so far, the Copper Golem would require some pretty advanced gaming skills, like, you know, redstone stuff.
Poll just posted to the Minecraft Twitter account with only these two mob finalists to choose from. Make sure you're logged onto Twitter and click the mob that you just can't wait to spend your days and nights with in the game. Your vote really counts, so don't miss out on your chance to change Minecraft. I know who I'm going to vote for, and I think I can see Jens voting right now. Okay, so I know this will come as a surprise to pretty much all of you, but I definitely didn't love everything about school. Maybe that would have been different if I had Minecraft.
I think it's funny when I cast my vote, it always looks like it's the first vote. So right now the Copper Golem's at 100%. He's going to lose. But I voted for him anyway.
Content in Minecraft Marketplace. Learn about everything from sustainability to ancient worlds, even how to speak new languages, all in Minecraft.
I guess you weren't afraid of the dark. No, not so much.
Students often become the teachers. When I tried becoming the teacher in my 5th grade science class, well, let's just say it wasn't appreciated. But anyway, let's take a look at how Minecraft is being used in classrooms around the world.
Minecraft education.
Who didn't get in trouble just for telling everyone that homework was canceled forever.
Young people all over the world are using Minecraft to explore
Yeah, the
issues
LA is
that
at 54% and Copper Golem's at 46%,
and indigenous rights.
with 400,000 votes cast.
Different classes such as Braille and Sign Language. We reached out to one of our teachers who learned Braille, and she taught us a thing or two.
Take a look at what these girls built. A school of the future. They thought about clean energy and inclusive design.
An interesting fact about our building is that we use coding to build a playground. It was very fun to make.
Students in India and Malaysia translated ancient myths into Minecraft worlds.
Under the guidance of my educator Kamal Ma'am, I would like to present to you an indigenous tale, Chiri and Ka, from Punjab, the land of 5 rivers.
In Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, classrooms are using Minecraft to explore indigenous cultures. And they're not just building
The gap is widening. It's 54 to 45%,
games like Minecraft
with 800,000
are
votes
created for the
cast.
future, teaching us how to work together, solve problems, and even write code.
Normally in school it's like, here's this, do this, off you go. But now it's like, blank schedule, Minecraft, yes please.
Blank schedule, Minecraft.
Students imagined a greener New York City in an epic citywide esports battle.
I don't know about you, but I wish I had this in school. I think I would have been all over this.
Absolutely.
Kids in Wales designed more sustainable rugby stadiums. Teams of students built turtle habitats and wind farms. And in Slovakia, young people imagined
I hope the Copper Golem is not catching up at all. It's 54% to 46% with 882,000 votes cast.
We can live more sustainably,
Pesticide-free
we can treat
zone.
one another better. And can we
I'm
all
glad there's no
agree that
pesticide in
life will
Minecraft.
always be fun?
I would never thought to
Let's
put that
build
on
a
a
better
sign.
world together.
Now it's the big moment. Let's
Now
talk to
is the
Agnes
big
about
moment.
the next update. Welcome
Next
back,
update.
Agnes. How's the show felt for you?
Super good. Like, I think it's a really fun show, and also, of course, we've shown so many exciting things.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm feeling quite nostalgic since this is number 10, and I have to say, I was the 7th employee, the first woman on the team, and when I see you leading Minecraft, I just feel so excited.
55, 45% again. 965,000 votes. 5 minutes remaining.
Many that lead it together, but I'm like the creative lead, and I'm super happy about that. But it feels quite surreal because I also used to be a Minecraft
Feels
player
quite
and love the
surreal.
game, and
I don't think she
I'm
means
very
surreal. I think she
happy.
meant surreal.
to be here.
Yes, I think we all feel that way, and it's so cool having so many people on the team who play and love it and care about it, and like we all feel like, I mean, we are part of the community too.
Yes, we definitely are.
And now, Agnes, you are going to reveal to us what the next update is.
I get my
Okay.
notebook
so
ready.
The next update is called the Wild Update.
Wild update. The update wild.
The wild update sounds very, very intriguing. So what does it include?
Look at the change of lighting,
the word
mist.
wild mainly means like two things for us. So the first thing is like beautiful nature.
Beautiful
and
nature.
The second thing is like really scary challenges and adventures.
Ooh, that sounds awesome. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have some of our gameplay designers come and tell us more about specific things about the wild.
Over a million votes. It's 54% to 46% in favor of LA.
First one here, which is our deep dark expert, Brandon.
Deep dark expert.
Hi, Brandon. Welcome.
Thank you.
So we've moved the deep dark into this update. Can you talk to us more about why?
Yes, I mean, one of the biggest things about the Deep Dark and the Warden and the Skulk is that it's just expanded, it's gotten bigger, and we really wanted to make sure that we did this right and that we didn't just rush it. That includes even unique loot inside the Deep Dark as well. And yeah, we also want to make sure that we
Kind of thought the Caves and Cliffs update looked really huge when they first announced it, so it doesn't. It makes sense that it gets moved, gets split into two entirely different
Oh, wow.
updates. But now we're gonna get Deep Dark Cities. Skulk. So I'm thinking the Warden is going to be like in here. Good amount of light, so the Warden is blind. He doesn't care about light. And they are, of course, soul lanterns, so not a lot of light, but yeah, scary Minecraft music.
Wow, it's like both beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Like, I have so many emotions when I look at that deep dark biome.
Yes, I mean, we really didn't want the Deep Dark biome to just be
2 minutes remaining, 1,100,000 votes, 54% LA, 46% for the Copper
there's this
Golem.
ancient city, and what is it doing there? We're not going to tell the players. We're just going to let them go throughout and explore and see what they come to. And there's even this like ancient structure in
They're not
the
telling
middle
us
of every single city, and
what's gonna be in there.
It's got something interesting about it
Ancient
that you're going to have to
structure?
explore in game.
It's really cool. I like, it feels like a place you want to explore.
Definitely want to explore it.
I love that it really deepens the mystery of Minecraft. Like, Minecraft is all about player stories, and Deep Dark definitely inspires the storytelling, I think.
That's cool. And so last year you showed us the skulk sensor, but I know you've been working on it. A little skulk family.
A skulk family?
Skulk family. Like, yeah, maybe they're not so cute.
Not so friendly, no.
Not so
Yeah,
friendly.
last year we focused a lot on the skulk sensor, but since then we've kind of been trying to figure out what do all the different blocks in this skulk family do. And one of them actually is something called a skulk catalyst. And the main thing about the skulk catalyst is it's actually what causes the skulk to spread. As you can see here, whenever a mob dies, such as a zombie, near the skulk catalyst, it actually spreads the skulk underneath it. And the amount is based on how much XP that zombie would have dropped.
Wow. So, the deep dark, it's kind of overgrown with all these skulk blocks, so that means that lots of mobs must have died there.
Quite a lot, yes.
Make it less scary. Oh, and as you can see here, when you mine some of the skulk blocks, you actually get enchanting points.
Yes, and of course, if you still want to get some of the blocks for decoration or something, you can just use a silk touch.
And then we have the Skulk Shrieker. So when this block is activated, it's gonna give that really scary shriek sound that you heard now. And it also gives this darkness effect, so it's like pulsating darkness.
Even see now when you're sneaking and you step on a skulk sensor, even sneaking it will activate.
Wow, okay, definitely not a friendly family. And I will say to our
This is going, answer to your question, D, this will be in both the Java and Bedrock version of Minecraft for gameplay, either on your computer or on a server.
That players can do with them. Like, what do you imagine them doing?
Should be coming out next summer.
It's going to be really interesting because, when you could create a mob farm with through the tech community. Usually when a mob dies, it doesn't drop XP unless you, the player, actually kills it. So with this, you might be able to create some sort of XP farm.
Ooh.
There's lots of opportunities.
And you can build experiences for other players. Like imagine building a haunted mansion or a really dark
Haunted
forest,
mansion.
and then you have the shriek.
Definitely have to put a haunted mansion in the in the fracture
players
someplace.
out walking, and then they activate the shriek and hear like.
That's amazing. Or you do that all around your world, and just whenever anyone's visiting
I'm not gonna visit your world.
I'm not going to visit your world.
Shrieking. We have a community question for you.
Hi, it's Jinjam from Germany, and my question is, what was the inspiration behind the Shrieker?
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting question. From the art side, we actually had the inspiration behind the human larynx, which is like the vocal cord or vocal structure or something, just something that represents kind of creating sounds. And from the gameplay perspective, we wanted to make sure that, first of all, the warden spawns in a unique way, and also in a way that you can avoid it. So usually you can kind of sneak around, and as long as you don't activate the skulk shriekers, then the warden won't come. But if you do make too many noises and the skulk shrieker activates too many times, the warden will come.
Everything darkens because the shrieker shouted, "Ooh, scary." Netherite soul. Ah! Darkness. Oh yes, engage the warden, die. Don't do it, don't go there. He shot one way and it like bounced back and hit the warden? Ah, he's dead.
I'm kind of back to thinking that the Skulk family is very adorable and sweet. Wow.
Compared to the The warden, the Skulk family is adorable.
The first thing is that the warden actually emerges underground, so that means you know
The LA won
the
by
warden's
54 to
kind of
46%.
in the deep dark, in the walls, under the floor, and it also has developed a sense of smell. So of course you can sneak around and try to be, you know, quiet and not to get detected, but unfortunately the warden's still going to be able to sniff you out and find where you are, and if it sniffs you while you're really close by, then it's going to start noticing you.
Wait, so basically the warden is like, smell that? It's happening, and just like going for the
Pretty
players?
much, yes. It's not going to be fun for you.
No, and I love that we're adding that like sneaking gameplay, because we haven't really had that before. So you know, we are in the deep dark.
Definitely going with
super
team
dark,
play after the warden.
sneaking, trying to find the treasures, trying to avoid the warden. I think it's something really exciting with that.
It's really, really cool. I mean, I think you have definitely upped the terrifying level, Brandon, and I just love how much you've expanded the deep dark to feel it's so immersive.
Yes, definitely.
It's really amazing. Thank you so much for joining us and scaring us half to death.
No worries, that's my job.
Don't worry, that's my job. Jerry's back. Hi, Jerry. In case you missed it, Jerry, they haven't announced it yet, but watching on Twitter, the LA won the vote by 54% to 46%.
Sort of very adventurous side of the Wild update, which the name is starting to really become clear after talking to Brandon. And then the other part you said is really this more of that beauty and, you know, the atmosphere of Minecraft.
Yes, so we want to like celebrate the wilderness.
Celebrate the wilderness.
One thing we want to focus on is immersion. So when you play Minecraft,
Immersion,
you want to
water.
feel that you're inside the Minecraft world. Actually, like we are now. It's so beautiful. And we also want to focus or have focused on biome diversity. So we want to find like a unique identity for different biomes. For example, the birch forest, as you can see in this beautiful concept art. So in the birch forest, we want it to be like light and peaceful, and the sun reaches.
Those are really tall birch trees.
Trees are taller, and the flowers, things like that.
It's really beautiful. It looks very Swedish in the birch forest.
That's true. That's actually very Swedish forest. Yeah,
it's gorgeous. And then you have you want to add more atmosphere to the different biomes, but there's one biome that you want. I mean, I would say you're giving it.
I'd say
overhaul. It's getting
the majority of Minecraft players are kids, but the majority of very serious Minecraft players are going to be more mature kids into adults all the way up to, look at me.
It really is. It's amazing. So we have another one of our gameplay designers here and our swamp expert, Corey. Welcome, Corey.
Hi, Corey.
Hey, it's absolutely wild to be here.
Oh no, Corey. The puns are so quick to start.
It's Corey after all.
Yeah, it's very on brand. So you're going to tell us about all of the
That campfire is cool. Yeah, it is.
Things coming to the swamp. So what are we getting?
Yes, there are a lot of awesome things coming. The first of which is the boat with the chest in it.
Boat with chest. You can row it. There's a single chest. Oh, they're racing! They are racing!
It's so useful.
And relaxing.
Yes, and especially now, you know, in Kiprhyn Part 2, we have even wider rivers, so it's easier to travel on water, so it's going to be like extra useful.
Yeah, and like in the aquifers as well.
Yes, so like when you go rafting in the caves, you can like put your diamonds in the chest in your boat. Oh.
Good way to lose your diamonds, put them in a chest.
On what I think now will be my favorite tree in Minecraft.
Yes, we are adding the mangrove tree to Minecraft. So as you can see here, this is a propagule, and propagules grow from mangrove trees. They're actually like ready to grow mini mangroves growing from the mangrove. And you can see here, the mangrove tree grows propped up on root blocks. It has vines hanging down from the leaves. The propagules are actually growing underneath the leaves. They actually grow from the leaves themselves. And I really like how the propagules are looking here. And okay, I'm just gonna nerd out
Something
on
Minecraft,
propagules.
Yes.
Okay, so in real life,
It's her jungle
grow, like I
jacket.
said, from the mangrove tree, and then when they fall into the water, or like let's say they fall into water, they could float for up to a year before they plant themselves in the like water underneath the water or on land, wherever they happen to land. And mangrove trees themselves are actually amazing for like local ecosystems, fighting climate change, for local communities. They're just super trees, and I'm really, really excited that we're adding them to Minecraft.
That's awesome. And this is the first sapling that you can
So
plant
that one
underwater.
brings the question:
Yes,
does it
you plant it
ignore
underwater and on land as well.
the despawn rule, or has it
When you first showed
introducing
me
a
the mangroves
potential
and you
new
talked
despawn
about
rule?
Your favorite thing, the propagules. I actually remember playing in mangroves in Florida, and we would use them to like write in the sand because they're super cool.
That's
So
adorable.
seeing them in Minecraft is just so exciting. And of course, where there's a new tree, there must be a new wood type.
Yes, the mangroves do come with a new wood type. And like always when we add a new tree, we are so happy, like we get so many questions from the community like, will there be a new wood type? and
That looks like a cedar block
we're
almost.
able to add a new wood type for the mangroves. And look at it, I think it's really pretty. And you also don't see like all the blocks here. It's gonna be like a full set for the wood types. It's gonna be like doors and trapdoors and so on.
That's gorgeous. I love it.
I'm so excited about mangroves, but I just need to mention another thing. Because we decided to go with like really big roots, and I think those are so cool. And we actually prototyped quite a lot back and forth, and it was a bit tricky to decide how the roots should look like, as you see in this picture here. But now I'm so happy that we went with the like multi-block roots, because for example, when you like go with a boat, and then you can go under the mangroves, and I think that adds such a nice feeling to it. Yeah, like in this picture, it's really nice also.
That's pretty cool.
I really agree. And like when
I may have to replace the.
I really loved that feeling
But
of
Florida,
like,
so half of the
underneath
stuff
it
is
being,
probably
like,
banned.
this huge feeling, and I wanted more. I wanted to be surrounded by mangroves.
The host is from Florida, so she
Why don't
brought
I
up
just
her
make a
experience
mangrove
living
swamp
there.
biome where I'm completely surrounded by them.
I could see replacing
So,
the
as you
tree
can
in the
see in this
glass
video,
mansion with a giant mangrove tree.
Completely surrounded in the mangrove swamp. It's just mangroves as far as the eye can see, just like in real life. And you have all the mangroves propped up on their roots, growing in the water, so you can take your boat underneath like Agnes likes. And you're just completely surrounded by the awesome beauty of it.
It's so beautiful.
Oh, and I mean, during sunset, every time I was testing, I would actually like pause the day-night cycle just to watch the sunset in the mangrove swamp. It was super beautiful.
That's absolutely gorgeous. I noticed that was not dirt.
Good eye, Lydia. That was wet dirt, otherwise known as mud.
That's amazing. So you've actually added mud to do something really cool.
Yeah, so we're adding really cool renewability mechanics to mud. The first of which is if you take a dirt block and pour a water bottle on it, then you can get more mud. And then the other one is if you take your mud block and you stick it on top of the dripstone, it will sort of like drip the water out of the mud and eventually dry it out, which turns into clay.
I love the renewable clay. Like I always need more bricks. So perfect.
Yeah, your local mason isn't going to be super happy with you though.
That's actually true. I have this one mason, that's diamond tier mason in my village, and I always trade with them.
You're taking a villager's job.
They might be a bit upset now, but still renewable clay.
Yeah, it's really cool. And you're also using mud to make a new block.
Yes, we're also adding mud bricks. So mud bricks are really exciting like building block.
Adobe? Are they calling them mud bricks, or are they going to call them Adobe?
The texture is actually different than the other stone bricks that we have in the game. So they're sort of smaller, more compact, but it is really cool like to build with. It matches a lot of different block sets, and I'm really excited to build with them.
I just love
Cool.
the look of them. They're awesome. So beautiful. We have a creator question for the two of you.
Hi, it's Putti Putti. Here's my question. Why did you decide to add mud bricks to the game?
I'm so excited they asked
Well,
this
they've been
question
used
because I really
in so
want
many
to answer
parts of
it.
the world.
So
It
the
kind of
main
makes
reason
sense.
I wanted to add mud bricks to the game is that I really wanted people to feel like they're okay. All around the world, there are houses built out of mud bricks. So many people around the world have houses, buildings using mud bricks, and I really wanted people who are
I think
playing
I just said
Minecraft
that.
to feel like they could build their home and feel like they're at home in Minecraft. So really glad we got to add them for that reason.
Amazing.
Okay.
It's so important for us that like
That's kind of,
everyone
I mean, whatever.
equally
It's not like a
welcome
weak reason, but okay, I'll take it.
That is
Mud brick would be made out of mud, which is the wet dirt that we can. It's a new. We get new soil type called mud, so you make the mud bricks out of mud.
We definitely need something.
I'm not sure how you dry it because
Yes. Well, very cute.
I thought he said that when you put the mud block on a dripstone, you get clay out of it. But I'm sure we'll figure out. Maybe you just throw them in a crafting table and put 4 blocks of mud into a crafting table and get 16 mud bricks or something. I don't know. We'll see. Frogs. copper golem on top? I wish the golem lost.
They are
1,173 votes, 54% to 46% in favor of the LA. Sorry, Omega. I wanted the copper golem. I voted for him twice. Well, not at once, but on each of the votes. I voted for him.
Lily pads, and actually also on big drip leaves, because I mean the big drip leaves kind of look like lily pads. But the funny thing with that is then when they jump on top of the big drip leaves, it's gonna tilt and then they fall down.
One of them did. It just maybe it's a like frog slide.
No.
And you're adding another little tiny creature to this update.
Yes, the fireflies. So you can see them roaming around, adding a lot of ambience to the swamp, making it feel just nice and cozy at night. But really, my favorite part of them is just making the world
Fireflies.
Like
He does look cute.
Life going on all around you, and
Oh, look, the frogs eat them.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. They're frog food.
Frog food.
Yeah, but look how happy that frog is.
Can we tame the frog? I bet we can put the frog in like a terrarium.
The atmosphere and the frogs get to eat, so that's
I wonder how the frog and the axolotl get along.
Now, we're calling them fireflies, but Corey, is that what you called them growing up?
Actually, no, we called them lightning bugs.
I did too. And in Swedish,
it's eldflugor, and that's actually literally translates to fireflies.
Okay. It's very interesting. It became like a lot of people talking about what you called it growing up, but we're really excited to have fireflies or lightning bugs in the game. I want to know more about baby frogs.
Yes, so all baby mobs in Minecraft are just like tiny versions of the grown-ups, but with frogs we're actually adding tadpoles.
A bazillion tadpoles to get a frog.
Once again, you deliver on the promise of cute and derpy with the tadpoles.
We do.
Cute and derpy. Cute and derpy.
And that's actually extra helpful for the tadpoles, because we have frog variants, and when a tadpole grows up, it will pick a variant depending on the temperature in the biome it grows up in. So for example, if it grows up in a really cold place, it's going to turn into a snowy frog. Yeah, as you can see here. So the frogs have kind of like two main systems. One is the tadpole system, and the other one is the cold-blooded system. So frogs are like the first cold-blooded animal in Minecraft. And in real life, there actually are frog variants that pick a color depending on, or they adapt their color depending on temperature. And we wanted to have that in Minecraft. We wanted to like Minecraftify it. So therefore, the tadpole's going to pick a variant instead, depending on the temperature.
That's kind of cool.
That's so cool. And
Get your tadpole in the jungle and take it to a snow biome, and you get a snowy tadpole.
The third one is
Snowy frog.
So let's say you were venturing out into the desert or the jungle, and you take your tadpole with you, and if it grows up there, it'll turn into a lovely tropical frog. And what I really love about the tropical frogs is how just relaxed they look, and they're like blending into the sand almost. They're just so
Bull
relaxed.
frog, yeah.
Just chilling there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think there was a reason that they were
Yes,
colored that way.
there is a reason they are white. So like I was reading a lot about frogs. Always when we had something new, we read up a lot. It's super fun because we can be really geeky. And then I learned about the real-life frog that's called gray foam-nest tree frog, and lives, for example, in Angola, Botswana, and Kenya. And
It
that
hides in
frog
plain
can
sight.
actually turn almost white to avoid overheating.
Oh,
that's like the
oh,
inspiration
or
for the tropical
it reflects the heat.
I love all three of them, and you didn't. So you have these different.
I have
color
more thigh meat
variations,
than I
but
have
you also
bicep.
something else about the frogs.
You and me too, buddy.
It's going to have something unique that will be useful for the players. But we actually don't even know what that is yet, because we are working on the frogs right now.
That is so cool. So Corey, which frog is your favorite?
Oh, it's got to be the snowy frog. They look so cozy.
Ooh, I'm tropical frog. I'm very interested to see which one the community loves the most.
I love them
all of them. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for joining us, Corey, and taking us into a deep dive of all really cool swamp things.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank
Of
you,
course.
Corey.
I'm just gonna hop on out of here.
Hop on out of here. Yeah. It's for kids, this part of it, or much of this is.
Quite an awesome update, and I mean, I really see the name for the Wild update. You get a bit of everything in it.
Yes, and I love the contrast. Yeah, as you can see in this pretty concept art, it's really like that beautiful nature and the super terrifying deep dark, and I love that contrast between these two things.
It's absolutely amazing. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show, and as always, the time has flown by, and a lot has happened during this show. So let's look back
Montage.
at the biggest announcements, and then we will reveal the winning mob.
For those who don't know. Caves and Cliffs Part 2 comes later this year. The Wild update coming in 2022. Mangrove Swamp. Frogs! I like the frogs. They splashed in the water, and the water's actually going to splash. Mud blocks. The Deep Dark. New sculk blocks. Boat with chest. That is kind of cool. I wish you could put a shulker in it instead of a chest, but that's okay.
Now it's time to see what mob you chose to add to the game. Hey Jens, do you have the results?
Yes, I have it right here in my chest.
Wow!
Very exciting.
You really came in style.
Here you go.
Thank you so much. That looked really comfortable.
It's not in a different domain. It's deep underground in the overworld. The Deep Dark is, or will be.
The LA. Wow. Yes, I'm super happy about that. It's a lovely, lovely mob.
That is so exciting. So Agnes, when can everyone expect the LA?
So the LA will be included in the Wild update, and it's going to be released next year.
Next year.
The Wild update with
Wild
the
update. Look for that in mid-June. I agree, Omega. I voted for the Copper Golem on both rounds.
Minecraft wouldn't be what it is today without all of you. From all of us at Mojang Studios, thank you so much. Bye.
Yay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, real quick recap. You've heard it. Is the LA, the Copper Golem, yeah, excuse my misspelling of that. The Glare lost in the first round of voting, and in the second round of voting, we lost the Copper Golem. So we'll be getting the LA in summer next year, probably in June. Probably in December of this year, we get Caves and Cliffs Part 2, which will be version 1.18 now. The Deep Dark, what are we getting? We're getting... Okay, next year we're getting the Frogs and the Deep Dark and I made myself a note here. Okay, so next summer we're getting the Deep Dark, which was originally part of the Caves and Cliffs update, but now it's moved into 1.19. So next summer we're getting the Deep Dark. There's new sculk blocks, new sculk family kind of thing. The sculk, including sculk catalyst, which causes sculk growth based on the XP value of a mob that you kill. You can harvest it with Silk Touch. The Shrieker is going to be pretty funny, and the Warden is going to be as vile as not vile as what, powerful, as scary as ever. Okay, when Caves and Cliffs Update 2 comes out, we get seed parity. So our seed for the Fracture can be copied into Bedrock, and it will work pretty much the same. If anybody cares, Xbox gets Xbox Game Pass for PC. Gets Minecraft next month in just about 3 or 4 weeks. And yeah. So in next year we're going to get with 1.19 we're going to get the deep dark improved. We're going to get an ancient structure. We're deep dark with cities, and in the middle of the cities is going to be an ancient structure worth exploring. Talked about the Skulk Catalyst, the Shrieker. Biome diversity will improve. Birch trees looked really tall in that birch forest. It's going to be a swamp forest with mangroves in it, and seeds that propagate and appear to break the despawn rule because they can float in water for up to a year, he said. I don't know if that's real world year or if that's talking about a Minecraft year, which would be what, a week or two or something. I don't know. Full set of block types out of the mangrove wood. We get mud. You can wet dirt and get mud. Put your mud on a drip stone. It'll seep the water out, and you get. I thought he said clay, and then he talked about getting mud bricks too. It doesn't tell us how to get mud bricks. Frogs with tadpoles and fireflies. That's the recap. Don't have much else to say. So I guess that's going to be the end of today's stream. I will see you on Monday for Minecraft Monday at the usual time. So have a great weekend, and we'll see you later. Bye for now.